Oh, most definitely. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, I'm glad to doing it. Glad I'm doing it.
Right now, I'm so happy.
Most definitely.
Uh, so we just about to go into it. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in with Matters of the Heart with your girl Lexi, where we talk about relationships, we talk about finances, everything that affects the matters of the heart. Also, changing our thought patterns and uplifting ourselves with affirmation and music and changing our mindset. So I am so lit right now. We have Mr. Drevo in the building with
What's up?
interview, yes, with your girl Lexi. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Could you tell my audience a little bit more about you? I know that you did get started young in the industry, and so I also have a nonprofit organization called Junior Billionaires, where I'm always in financial literacy and going after their passion and their dream. You can kind of expound on how you got started and tell them a little more.
Oh well, I got started. Just simple. I started imitating artists like in the beginning, so I didn't really just have an identity for myself. I had another name. Drevo Coolidge was born. It meant over Coolidge, meaning cooling over obstacles, living in dedication, greatness everywhere. It had acronyms to it. So I was over Coolidge. I'm over cooling over obstacles, living in dedication, greatness everywhere. I come from Jackson, Mississippi. I've been born here, and I have Bermudan heritage. So that gives a little bit of the flavor that I bring to the table with the music. So I got a little bit of island in me, a little bit of American culture in me. I got a little bit of Atlanta sauce. So I kind of feel like starting it like it's Atlanta Muta. So Atlanta Muta, Mississippi. So
That on the map.
most definitely. So like I started off like small. I was just doing little grinds here and there on my own. I went to open mics and stuff and did this and did that. And it just started off small and started building up. But then I had a chance to get a deal with the actual song entitled basically Bermuda. Went with Sony, got a little sour. No, nothing against Sony. It's just management went up to speed on everything that was going on. So basically came back and I started making other songs and started making other venues and just started grinding. And then I came up to the point to where I'm at now, where I have two singles out. It's called Sun and Pedro Prez. Sun being the most trending song on my Spotify to this day, in every radio station that get a hold of Sun are vibing to everything that's going on with basically the song itself. Um, the type of characteristic I am is I'm about life, I'm about balance, I'm about peace, prosperity. I try not to basically just promote violence or anything, the gang violence or anything of that sort. I'm more of a humanitarian when it comes to that road. So I try to keep everything in a positive vibe. Still with the lit, with my Atlanta Muta sauce. So that's where Pedro Prez come in. That's where Pedro Prez come in. I still got that Atlanta Muta sauce. But I have to give it I gotta give it to Jackson, Mississippi. Point blank, I have to give it to Jackson, Mississippi because I'm representing. Tell them I said what's up. Uh, I'm representing Jackson, Mississippi on a higher level by giving them something that they weren't given before, a history making music, alternative music. That's what I'm on. I'm on alternative music.
Yeah, I love the
That's what I'm on.
I love that song. I love the vibe. So most definitely. So can you tell my audience, especially my babies, because I know you joined, like you got into the game when you was like young. What was your mindset to just like, hey, you're gonna make it? What was some of the affirmations every day you had to tell yourself, like, it's athlete. A lot of people want to be athletes, but it takes hard work, patience to make it. It's the same thing in the industry. So what was your mindset and vision for young and say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to set out? What was some of the key things that you had to set goals to stay focused on your dream?
Where I come from, violence is at a high. Murder is at a high. Gang violence is too high. But the thing about it is, what we were doing down here, we were trying to rise and give the youth of my generation, even the generation before me, a chance to basically build and prosper on a higher level. See, that's the one thing that was a flaw with what was going on with where I'm from, because the fact is it was too many circles, too many clashes, too many verses. It's too much altercation going on amongst too many people when we supposed to come together and prosper. So, with that being said, the thing that motivated me most where I'm from is life and not becoming a product of my environment. And I tried my best every day to not be a product of my environment and just rise from it. Like I said, the history of where I come from, we we're the city of soul. When it comes to soul music, we have several legends like BB King representing for us. We also have several legends like David Banner that represented for us. But it was just time for a new generation to basically come to a higher level than the people before us. Now, don't get me wrong; those people, they paved the way for us to give us a lane. But in the status of where we are in music today, we needed a bigger lane. We needed a bigger resolution for them to actually understand that music is universal, and it's in the universe that what we're doing has to be on a higher level. So widespread negativity and toxicity, just with everything that's going on, when you can actually rise up and make history for the city. And that's what I was about every bit of my journey, every day that I woke up in the morning. Every bit of my journey was to basically rise up above and make history for Jackson, Mississippi.
And I think your music is definitely legendary and making history and a mark. And I think that's remarkable because a lot of young people, they need to see people in the industry that, especially multicultural, how you merge both of your cultures. And I think that's key in this generation, especially with the so-called African-American community. I like to say of the diaspora, when we can really in music start collabing and merging those cultures and to raise generations. And I think it's awesome that you was able to capture your authentic self in your music. So tell us about some more projects that you're working on now, like with that awesome vibe that I'm just feeling. So tell me a little bit more about some more projects that you're working on.
Right now, with the music group that I have, I started my own music group. It's 441 Culture Music Group, and basically just the vibe of everything that I'm bringing to the table. I actually have a crew of people that we bring that same vibe to the table.
Yes.
Yes.
Make it happen. Yes.
Yes, most definitely. So, 441 Culture Music Group is the group. That's the music group that we have. I have several projects in the works with 441, and then we also have an artist named Colt Ryan. Now, he's a little different because he's alternate rock, but in the standing of basically for Jackson, Mississippi, period, we haven't had a history-making artist on the alternate rock side in years. In his generation,
come on, that's gonna be groundbreaking.
We're working on it. We got to work his schedule, but basically, like I said, we give it that alternate feel of alternate hip hop, alternate rap, alternate R&B, alternate pop, alternate rock.
Why do I feel like he's not moving?
Right now, I'm gonna let you out.
Let me hear.
But right now, I'm working on a new album for February 2021. It's called Evolution of Drevo / Rides with H Girls, and that's the biggest album thus far that I'll be working on. Yeah, bear with me. I'm moving around. Bear with me. Moving around.
Authentic here on Matters of the Heart. I love it. So just do you.
But yeah. So like with everything that's going on, I lost my train of thought. 1 minute. Okay, bear with me. I'm sorry. Okay. So
fine. We listen. We vibing. We excited. That's what happens when you're excited about creativity and things that you're putting out in the universe that's gonna change people and groundbreaking. Because like you said, where you at in Mississippi, like that rock, versus the hip hop and all that mixed together, that's going to be epic, something different, a different sound. And that's what I think we need. So, yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely working on a lot. I just advise the fans and everyone, the supporters, just to keep on the lookout for everything that I got going on. I'm not trying to make it a secret what I got going on, but I'm moving in silence with the projects that I have. But most definitely, Sun is going to be the single of the year for 2021. That is going to be a great look. And the album itself, Rise with Ace Girls, Evolution of Drevo, because I have to explain just a little bit of it. So with Evolution of Drevo and Rise with Ace Girls, pardon me, I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. Um, the definition of the album is like it's a two-sided album. Basically, we're doing a side A and a side B. So I got the idea from Outkast when they did the Love Below speaker box.
Yep.
So using that same idea, using that same idea, I came up with my own way of coming up with alternative pop, alternative hip hop, and alternative R&B, and mixing the flavors together to give a concoction that basically it's kind of like what they did with Love Below and Speaker Box. And then, it took it to a whole nother level. So that's what I want people to look forward to. They want them to look forward to Sun. I want them to look forward to Rise with Ace Girls / Evolution of Drevo. And this is the definition of basically just the music that I'm putting out. And it's going to define me in a bigger and larger scale. And they're going to love it for 2021. I'm hoping and praying and manifesting that album will be on the charts for 2021. It will lead me to my charts.
Yeah, I'm standing behind you with that affirmation. I believe when we touch agree and stand on it and speak our existence into play, that it will happen. So yeah, we're all about that on Matters of the Heart, speaking affirmations in motion daily over yourself, over your business, your brand. So could you give us just a little bit what that's been like, the journey of being a businessman, keeping it all together, artist, pouring into other people's vision, getting other artists. How has that been? Is it easy to juggle?
Whoo, it's not. I have a whole family. So it's like we're talking right now, and I'm like out and about. I'm handling business. I gotta make sure that my wife got her stuff together, and I gotta make sure the kids good. And look, it's rough out here. It's rough out here.
That's what entrepreneurs do. We wouldn't have it any other way of being able to juggle that, to be our authentic creative selves in business and everything we do and touch. That's a part of it, and especially with everything going on with COVID, you're setting the example of people who maybe think that they can't. Making a way out of no way, sticking to your vision and making it happen as far as business, your dreams, your aspirations. Hat off to you, King. I'm ecstatic with the new projects, what you're doing. Keep it coming. You always have a home here at Matters of the Heart. So anytime you want to interview, push what you're doing. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very grateful. So tell us where we can find your music, all your social media handles, so we can definitely be connecting and getting this great music. Son, y'all heard it here first. Come on, let's support.
They can find the music on all the platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, all of that. They can find on all the platforms. Finding me is so easy. I was blessed because we're waiting for that verification blue check for Instagram and Twitter. But I will say this: we are in a process of basically working ourselves to be on that level because we have a blue check on Google.
Hey, we speaking that into existence. It's happening. It's gonna
most definitely.
These streams gonna come. It's gonna be awesome. Everything I believe that you touch is gonna go to where it needs to be and what direction you want it to go. It's gonna work out in your favor 100 times fold. So I'm awesome. I like that is so awesome. I'm excited about what you're doing. Things that you are helping. Like I would love for you to talk to some of my babies with Junior Billionaires to motivate them. What I do with Junior Billionaires, I teach kids financial literacy, so helping them start their own business. So what is some information, if you don't mind giving out, for those who saying, hey, I want to work with somebody on your caliber, I'm an artist, or to hit you up? Like, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, they can get a hold of me on my Instagram, my Twitter, or my Facebook. Like I said, you can Google my name. My name is already in the system, basically verified on Google. It's Drevo Coolidge.
Put it all out there for you. It's easy to find. We love Google.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All they have to do is just Google me, Drevo Coolidge. That's DREVO COOLIDGE. And they can find my Instagram. On my Instagram, they can basically come up. Okay. All right, that'll work. Okay. They can find me on the Instagram, and then what's like?
All change.
Yeah. All time. I'm handling business right now. See, I'm just handling business. It's a lot of business going on.
Love it. I like the authentic, to be authentic. And my listeners, we love authenticity. And for my babies that's looking, that they see it like, hey, this is real. I can juggle. I can do this. I can be my authentic self. So I love it. So hey.
Well, they can reach me on. They can find me on my Instagram, on my Twitter, or the Facebook, and they can go on there. They'll find the management email. The manager is Hustle the Manager. She been going hard for me most of this year, so she doing good. So all they need to do is talk to Hustle the Manager. And I advise anybody trying to start out. Make your investments wisely. Keep your paperwork up to speed. Make sure you have paper trails on everything that you do. That's the first and foremost. Because I actually want to tell them I actually have two businesses. Not only do I have a music group that's a label, but I also have, we also own a art and fashion store called Goddess Galleria. So we have an online store. It's called Goddess Galleria LLC.com. So they can go to Goddess Galleria LLC.com to check us out. We got more businesses on the way, but the juggle of it is it's a lot of juggle.
I got some clothing that's out there called Lexi Collection.
Let's collab.
So I can put some of my stuff in your store so they can get
Let's go.
Let's
work that out. Like I said, but just the most part, they need to have paper trails on everything that they do. Oh, yes.
That's
turn the truck off. Let's see. Hold on.
You're right. That's definitely important as art.
Hold on. Give me.
I have a service label called A Dynasty Entertainment, right, and for the independent art. And I'm always like, have your paper up, trying to show them the ropes on what to do. That is so key. And try to know that you are a business and a brand in itself. A lot of times they don't want to listen, but it's important to have your paper trail, to know also artists. And let's discuss that. Like artists, sometimes when you have a team, I tell people when you have your managers, you have to give your managers something to manage. You just can't, you start now, you don't have it. You got to listen. You got to trust their advice and let them run and make opportunities and lanes happen for you. And just because you in one city don't mean everybody else is feeling you. So if your goal is to go international, you got to work with people who have vision that wants to get behind you and really push you.
It's open. I'm sorry. Like I said,
and that your manager is doing a great job, and I know that she is based on the evidence of where you're going. So it's important to have a manager to manage something, and you're giving her a lot to manage, and that's key. So could you expound on that for these new upcoming artists that just think they hot with one song? Because you got to give us stuff to manage, or if we have to create something, you got to come with it, and you also got to have a budget. It's not you got to make it work.
I'll tell them this. Right now, with a lot of controversy going on in between majors and independent majors, a lot of people can make a lot of movement independent. They can make a lot of movement in independent majors, but you must have that advocation behind you, and you must have a product that's properly put out there that you actually can, like the investment. Like I'll tell you, like the investment we made this year. The investment we made this year, we made a couple of investments on the songs that we have going on. We put the promo behind it, put the marketing behind it. We did all of that independently, and now we're seeing the streams behind it. We're seeing the revenue behind it, and we're also seeing everything. But at the same time, once that happened, we have the manager that's basically there advocating for everything that's going on.
Right.
And like I said, this is a lot.
Right. And one of the key things that you said is you had that budget and you put it behind the project. Now it's able for the manager to manage it more clout, more the project.
Yeah.
Going to keep that and to open up new lanes. But you have a budget set and know the target where you want your project to go, and that's key. And you got to be on the same page. A house divided don't stand. So that's great tips for these new artists. I hope y'all listening. Little tips for you, especially when y'all hit me up. I'm a service label. You come in like out of zone.
Right.
I get you in and out what you want to happen for you. If it's that EPK, if it's distribution, anything like that, get in and out. Like that's what you want. I make it happen for you in this. So I'm all about that and giving advice on a business tip, where they can make sure that they keeping their business hat on. A lot of times people it's good to be an artist, but it's also good to have that business tip about you and manage yourself, because ain't nobody gonna have your back like you got your own. So. So this is a great interview. I mean, got a lot of tidbits.
I'm so sorry. There's so much stuff going on right now. I'm so sorry.
Tell us again about your the third business, because I want people to know and get that product. For the clothing, all that you're working on, clothing line, all of those things. Tell us about that third business where they can find it and purchase items.
Like I said, right now we just have Goddess Galleria LLC. That's goddessgalleriallc.com. Right now we're working on really just two businesses right now. I only just got two businesses.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like I said, bear with me. I got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on around me right now. So like, bear with me. While we're doing the interview. I got so much stuff going on around me. But like I said,
that you are thin, and that's entrepreneurship. When you're building and you're a one-man show, or you got a team that you're building behind you to get things done, this is how it looks. And we see your dedication, your grind on what you're doing with your business, and that how you want the music to be authentic and that you're hands-on. A lot of people not. So the listeners need to see that you about your business and you mean what you say. You put that love behind each product. And so we definitely be looking out for Sun. We definitely be looking out for your group as well as the LLC. So guys, get your apparel, the things of that, and then reach out. If you're trying to get your stuff out there, let's make it a household name, which it already is, but let's make it even bigger empire for our king here. So I salute you and say keep up the good work. Again, thank you for tuning in, guys, to Matters of the Heart, where every day you are walking into your greatness, and don't forget to affirm what you shall be and what you will become. Lexi signing out.